Hi guys, it's Paul. I'm just going to give you a quick video tutorial as a workaround for the new team imports that don't seem to be working as well as they should have been. So I've thought of different ways to do this, but this is probably the easiest way for you to get those teams into your game without waiting on software updates and things like that. So in the email I've just sent you, there'll be download links for 3 pieces of software, one which is brute force save data, another one the multi-converter, and finally the wild editor. They're the 3 pieces of software you'll need to get around this. Some of you may have already been using this after I posted the links and info about it a few weeks ago on my blog, but this is just a guide to do this specific thing that you'll need to do to get around those new team imports that don't seem to be importing correctly even when I've tried them myself. So first up, when I send out a new update, you get your edit data file. Mine's on the desktop here, as you can see. Yours can be wherever. I'll show you what to do if it's somewhere else, but you'll need that on your PC. So you open up the brute force program. Again, you might have this located somewhere else, but I've just got it on a desktop. It just makes it easy for me. Okay, and it's automatically loaded in my file because it knows where it is. Now if yours is located somewhere else, you can click this little icon here and locate wherever your file's located, and set it. Once you've set it, it will remember where it's set to. So if you always put it in the same place, you won't need to do that every time. And then you need to hit decrypt and say yes, and that's done. You can close that one down. Okay, and then you need to open the multi-converter. Again, I've just got it on my desktop for ease of use, and go to option file converter and go PS3 to PC, and then locate your file. So mine's on the desktop. There it is. Open and open, and it's now converted to a PC file, so you can use the wild editor. I'm just going to minimize this because I'll need to switch it back at the end, and then you open the wild editor. Okay, I'll open the decryptor now, just again because I find it easier to have it open already, and minimize that, and then open the editor. Say yes. If you get prompted, you might not get prompted, depends on your security settings. And the editor will load in. Now mine's gone straight to where it's located because it knows I always do it in the same place, but again you can search around and find where your file's located, and again it tends to remember where your file's located each time, so unless you change it, it will always be there. Okay, so here's the option file that's nearly loaded in. Okay, now if I go to teams and I scroll down, here's lots of fake teams, and you'll notice here there's some of the teams I've given you as inputs for things like Ruin, Millwall, Peterborough, Partizan. I can't pronounce it. Oh, sorry about that. I can't pronounce it the way it is, so I always say Red Star and Rosenborg. And then you'll notice here as well some of the other teams that are coming up soon. I haven't added the other ones in yet, and these are just defaults with just the team name updated at the moment. So anyway, so let's just say you want to import Rubin Kazan into your option file. So you go to this option here, Stadium and Leagues, and then League Structure. Okay, and then where it says League here, it lists all the leagues. Now using this method you can actually import these teams over any team in the game, whether they're licensed, unlicensed, unlike using the normal import export. But I'll still just go to the other European teams and import a team over let's say ANSI. So you scroll down the list here on the side, find the team you want. So I'm going to put Ruben Kazan instead. Avanzi Maka. I can't even say that, so I won't even try. So you just click on it, drag it, and then release it, and you'll notice now that Ruben Kazan is showing here. And then hit accept. Okay, and that's basically it. Now again, you can import more teams and put them wherever you like, but that's the basic. Each one is exactly the same as the other, so there's nothing to worry about there. And then you save, and this will take a few minutes, seconds, but it's always good to hit the save there just in case. Sometimes it auto saves, other times it doesn't, so always good just to hit save to know what you've done has changed. Okay, and it tells you it's saved, you hit OK, and then you can close. It asks you if you want to finish in a second. This always takes a little while. It might be my PC, but I just think it's just what it's working on. You say OK, and that's closed. Now bring up the decryptor that you opened earlier, or open it if you didn't, and then open the location file. So this is the original PS3 file. In here is what you've just changed. So you click on this one, the one that just says edit. You'll get these other ones there. Just ignore those. So just drag that to the decrypt, and then you'll notice here it says file successfully decrypted, and you can close that. Then bring back up your multi-converter and go PC to PS3 and find your file. There it is. Oh. And hit open, and it tells you it's done. And then you can close that one down. Now this is probably an important step. If you don't do this one, then you'll go back to your game and nothing's changed. So you open this file, convert to PC, and then you'll notice there's another folder here, convert to PS3, and there's a data file. So copy that back to the original folder. You might have a different operating system or whatever, but basically you want to replace it. And now that file's empty, then go back to the original folder and just delete that converted to PC folder. So then you're basically left with 4 files in this folder that were there originally. So you can close that down, open brute force, back up, and hit encrypt, which is here, and say yes, and that's done. Okay, and then you copy that to your USB, that folder to your USB drive, just like you do with the rest of the updates I send you, or any of my updates I upload, instead of your original one, and then you'll have that particular team will be in your game instead of whichever team you replace. So that it's a bit of a pain, obviously I can go through this process, but it does mean that if you wanted to get rid of, say, Anderlecht to get one of these extra teams in, you can, you know, so it does give a bit more flexibility. Now that file has everything except the kit files. I'll make sure they're in tomorrow's update for you, so probably don't even worry about doing this until then, otherwise you won't have the proper kits or anything. So as soon as you get the update tomorrow from me, do this to your edit data file if you want any of those teams. If you don't, you can just ignore this. And also again, you will need to do this after every update I send you that you choose to add to your PS3, otherwise it will go back to the default teams. So that's basically it in regards to what you need to do. If you have any problems with this process or downloading stuff, don't post on the blog, just send me an email. You've all got my email address because you get an email from me every week, if not more. If it goes on the blog, then it's letting other people know how to do this, and they're getting the stuff for free that you're all paying for, so I don't want that to happen. I hope that makes sense. Like I say, any problems, just let me know. Alright. Cheers.